We've got sound. All right. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Vixen After Dark. Thank you so much for staying tuned in, tapped in, turned on. Let me see here. So, you guys are embarking on Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for the day. Hopefully, you guys are getting out, getting some sun. I know clear sky for once today, and surprisingly, because they were spraying like crazy yesterday. So, anyway, we're gonna tap in, you guys, today. We are, hold on, let me pull up. I just want to see what these charts are looking like for a second. Just give me one moment here. Today is the 10th. Okay, so we are going to do a little sample of the intuitive seed spread. What does that mean, Tisha? Well, I'm going to be utilizing more oracle cards today, okay? This is on my website as well. This is an underlying message specifically for you, okay? And we're going to do water signs. I'm actually going to do water signs all in one today, okay? And if you want an additional spread to see, you know, what correlates with you specifically, or I should do it separate. We'll see in a second here. But as far as if you guys are new here, I do intro and announcements, which I was just kind of doing right now. And then I'm not going to break down any Astro. I'm going to do separate videos for that this week, because we do have a lot of movement, especially with Jupiter, Venus, and Mercury as well. We are in a pre-shadow phase, which started on the 7th. So you guys are probably been feeling that. People have probably been coming back, and some people are going to be sitting there until the Mercury retrograde is completely over. Remember, it's pre-shadow, and then it's the Mercury retrograde, and then it's post-shadow. So those equal 2 weeks. I did do a video on that. You guys can check it out on my page as well. You guys can tap into a little bit more detail on that. All right. So what other announcements? Yeah, I don't know if you guys know, if you haven't watched last week's reading, I did mention that I did open up personals. They're back, guys. So I do have different types of readings. So I recommend that you just read each paragraph to see, you know, whatever you need at this time, okay? Because they can be used through different mediums, such as I might do an email or a PDF, or I might do a live video, might even be a phone call or a FaceTime or an email, okay? I do have a messenger button here on my website, which is this little circle here that you guys can tap in if you guys are having a little bit of trouble and you don't know which one to choose for yourself. So just go there. But we do have the chocolate spread. You guys seen a sample of that already, I think a couple of weeks ago. So I'm just going to be doing samples throughout the whole next few weeks moving forward, that you guys can kind of get a gist. I'm not going to go super dive in, duper deep like how I do personals, but you'll get like a gist of what it entails, okay? I'm going to be utilizing the energy oracle cards, and then also the sacred, I think it's the sacred, yeah, I'm going to use the sacred destiny decks today. I know some of you guys like to know which ones I use. All right. You know what? I think I'll do separate. I'll do separate because I want you guys to get like a full. So we'll start off with we'll do Pisces, and then Cancer, Scorpio. You guys know how I do the drill. And then, of course, you guys know fire signs are Tuesday. Wednesdays are earth, and water is air. So you guys make sure you guys can even use your big 3. Maybe you might get a whole answer. You don't even need to get a reading. But some of you guys may want to tap in, okay? Anything else? So we're still in Aries season. The moon has moved to Sag, thank God, because if you guys were in the moon where it was in Scorpio, so you guys probably did a lot of emotional releasing or dealing with your emotions, and also too kind of living in like a fantasy of possibly aka your love life and relationships, because we have Neptune, Saturn, and Pisces as well. So whatever energies you played out when the moon was in Scorpio, you're going to see as we go into the moon, when the moon changes into the more grounded energy signs, if those played out very well for you, okay? Because you could have been entertaining a fantasy and major reality checks. So this week I did get some downloads for, what did I get for water signs? Water signs, you guys are definitely going to be magnets this week, okay? So A lot of people are going to be attracted to you. You're going to be looking very attractive. It's like your aura is going to be so bright. It's like your energy is going to be so, it's like, oh, look at that as the hawk is flying by so slow. Everyone's going to be gravitating towards you. Okay, you probably have already been experiencing this energy right now, especially this weekend maybe, like if you have a lot of outings, but a lot of people are going to be wanting to talk to you, wanting to hang out with you, wanting to hear from you. Like I said, you're going to be getting a lot of people from the past coming back to you. Some of them might stick around the whole Mercury retrograde when it's full on, but just be aware of that. So, you know, if it's, some of you guys might get so much attention to where it's like you might need your own space to do things right now at this time. So you want to make sure that if you are a person where it's getting kind of irritating, you're like, oh my God, I can't have no privacy. And you know, water signs, you guys like to be in your bubble. So if you get like that, just tell people, just let them know, hey, I need a little bit of space. I need a little bit of time to myself. Okay. Mercury and Taurus will allow you to have that conversation with somebody. Okay. A very grounded type of a conversation. And then that'll allow you to really focus on the things that you love. Because water signs, you guys are definitely focusing on, you're definitely focusing on everything that you want to accomplish, like your goals, but don't get too much in a serious energy, because I feel like you guys are more acting earthly, because we have a lot of planets in earth signs right now, especially Venus and Taurus right now. Uranus has some aspects this week as well, because Uranus is in Taurus, but it's going to be certain aspects. It's like you guys are really going to be, it's like water and earth signs are flipped this week. So water signs, you guys are going to be more in the grounded, focusing on stability, getting things that you want done. That way it can, that's why it can be a little bit irritating if people come to you when you want to have like your own little bit of time to read or to learn or to do your own thing. But some of you guys, you won't get irritated. You'll embrace it. You'll be open for it. You might have the time for it, you know, so depending on who you are and what you got going on, just let people know. Just be brutally honest and let them know, because you guys are really focusing on like operating your north node in Taurus as well. You guys are definitely going to be just finishing up stuff, accomplishing your goals, like really getting things done, while earth signs is playing the water role right now. So hopefully that makes sense. So that's all I got for you. So yeah, let people know what's going on, what you want to do, and if you have time, if you have space, if you have time, then tap into it. If you don't, just let them know. You'll get back to them or whatever it is, you know what I'm saying, if that's the case, because you don't want to be in an energy where you're gonna end up, when when Venus squares Saturn later on in the end of the week, I think on Thursday, you might be mad that you didn't really get the things that you wanted to get done. We have a lot of fire energy this week as well, as far as the transits go. So you want to make sure that you know, fire moves very fast. So water signs, you just want to make sure that whatever you're tapping into and whoever you're tapping into, just make sure you're not, because it's going to be a really good week for you. I'm making it sound bad, but it's not. It's just, you're going to be like a magnet, like flies on shit. Like people are going to really want to be around a water energy, or always want the attention of a water energy. It's not saying it's a bad thing. This can be very good for business, for, you know, clientele, hanging out with people. The weather's getting nice, well, where I'm at, but I don't know where you are as far as the weather goes. Like wanting to get out and do things. So this might correlate with what you have going on, but when it's time for you to have your space to focus on whatever it is that you want to focus on, you may blow up with that fire energy and get irritated. So you might say something on the side of your neck that you don't mean, and then here comes you getting a reality check come Thursday. So be careful of the things that you're saying. Just be honest. I just say, just be the best thing for you is just to be you and be honest. That's pretty much it as far as the astrology for this week for you guys, because it's going to be like a swarm. I even seen it like when I was meditating, all the bees just wanted to come hang out with T-shirt today. And I'm just like, okay, well, I gotta go, you know? So, it's the same kind of an energy. So, that's what I got for you guys, as far as the downloads. Just keep your head on a swivel. A lot of exciting things can happen to you. We're going to tap more into it as far as individually, but a lot of exciting things can be happening this week. So you definitely want to make sure that you don't get in the energy of walking in your ego and acting as if like, yeah, you know, the high and mighty kind of an energy, because come towards the end of the week, boom, you're going to get a huge smack in your face. Also too, water signs, you guys are very empathic, right? You guys can see a lot, you can feel a lot, you know a lot without having to say too much, or without, you can read somebody's energy with just seeing them. Hey kids, what's up girl, how you been? Thanks for tuning in. So try not to judge or dive too deep, or put all your eggs in one basket, or even try to assess a situation so quick, so fast, because it can play out totally opposite towards the end of the week. So just you know, take things one step at a time, because you can get so excited and oh my god, and then boom, something's gonna be revealed or shown to you, and it's gonna be the total opposite energy, and then you're really gonna feel it, and then you're really gonna be pissed off. So I'm just giving you a heads up. Just keep your head on a swivel. You can still be excited, but stay grounded. Also follow my Twitter, because I think I should just start pushing out when I get a download. I'm just gonna put them on Twitter. So follow my Twitter, Vixen Elite, and you can read up on that as well. Okay. So let's get started. I'm going to do Pisces first. Okay. And everything's going to be timestamped just so that you guys are aware. All right. So intuitive seed spread includes the Oracle decks only. No tarot today, you guys. Just FYI. Okay. Just so you guys know. Thanks for coming in. That's so funny. It has like a little, like heart next to it. Never seen that before. YouTube updated. And you guys, yes, I did get a fat tan. So you see my legs. Like, oh God, I have the worst tan. It's terrible. I should show you. Oh my God, it's horrible. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like dark and then light. Oh God, it's just bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. But I have been wearing tank tops when I meditate so that it doesn't give me such an ugly tan, but as far as up here goes, but my face, yeah. I'm gonna look like I have like skin discoloration. So let's tap into Pisces. This is our Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus sign. How was your guys' weekend? Pisces, we're gonna tap into what are some past influences. Okay, maybe 2 for past influences. Ooh, activations. Okay. So we've got 7th chakra and 5th chakra. Okay, your crown and your throat. Look at all these, look, 6 birds flying in a circle. So some of you guys, as far as, you know, maybe before you weren't saying things on your mind, maybe before you weren't a person that definitely was caring to really talk to anyone either, you know, you guys could have either been stuck on one connection or just focusing on what you had to do. I feel like there could have been some, I don't want to say blockages, but you could have been keeping everything to yourself, and maybe there was some blockages. Some of you guys could have been getting downloads. Maybe you weren't utilizing your intuition as much, and so you could have been looking for signs, synchronicities, also maybe talking to people that can give you confirmations, if that makes sense. It's like you were on the road to really looking for all those signs, synchronicities, and confirmations. You were like, well, what's that mean? What's this mean? You know what I'm saying? Just so that you know you're on the right path in a sense. And also too, maybe you weren't saying too much. I feel as if as well, some of you guys definitely could have been, as far as the throat chakra, like I said, now you guys could have maybe, I don't want to say sick, but something was going on with your throat to where it's like, I don't know if it was scratchy or just something there, coughing, you know, like maybe drinking lots of tea and things of that nature, because you were actually receiving an upgrade. The upgrade to actually speak your piece, say what's on your mind, to inform people about what's going on, okay? So this is what could could have influenced what's going on now. See, that pre-shadow Mercury is fucking me up. So I feel as if here as well too, a lot of downloads or information, confirmations and things of that nature. So information that you could have received, whether it was someone telling it to you, your spirit guides, angels and ancestors, anyone else that's in the spiritual realm as well with you that's practicing spirituality. This could be your soul group, things of that nature, or just information like you closing out cycles. Okay, you could have received many downloads and finally an answer within things. It's like you're receiving lots of information. Remember, Pisces, you're whenever, even in your dreams too. Okay, so remember, you're supposed to be bringing whatever's up there down here, so you can't be gatekeeping no more. I feel like that this is like the catalyst for it. It's like you got so much and it's like you have to. I'm pretty sure the next card that's going to come out is your current situation, what's going on. We're going to tap into that in a second, but that is what was going on. It's like you didn't know what, like you had to decipher what was real, what was an illusion, just the truth of it all, right? Just really the truth of everything. Now I'm anxious to see what this next card is. Let me see what your current situation now, or whatever you're crossing, or whatever challenges. Yeah, see, deceit. So you didn't know, you had to decipher what, like I said, what was truth, what was false. It's like you were seeing all of it. You were getting clarity through that. So clearly you're probably not going to be quiet, right, when this happens. Watch. Let me pull out the present. What's going on presently right now? What's the move? What are the moves been? What's the movement? Give me 3. Yep. See? Things being revealed to you. I bet you that Virgo full moon, the full moon in Libra, sorry, really brought some information to you as well. Look at that, 6th chakra, 3rd eye chakra activation. I just said activations too, and healer of ages. So a lot of the information that you were receiving, Pisces, clearly allowed you to heal, close out cycles. That's what I meant by earlier. It's like sealing up old wounds, like finally like dealing with it. So you guys could have been doing some shadow work, low key. This could have been like years ago, months ago type of information, and now you're just receiving clarity on what that situation was, what that lesson was, what you learned from the lesson, and how you're progressing further, how you're moving now because of what happened. So now you're able to utilize your throat chakra and speak truth, to know the truth. Okay, you could also help somebody else with whatever you've healed through and with whatever was revealed to you. So you could have had major, massive revelations. This could be with people, places, and things, even for yourself personally, but also too, you could have also been releasing and being the one that was revealing. So this looks like you walking in your truth, speaking your truth, not lying to yourself anymore or lying to anybody else, or I don't want to say lying, but maybe hiding or not being open with other people so easily. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you could have definitely, there's that 3rd eye activation, aka 1st eye. So now you know what's up. You know what I'm saying? Even more so than before. So I feel like even some superpowers probably came online, or they just became more evident, or Jupiter expanded that. Let's say, for example, as far as, you know, you're intuitive, but it's like it went on, like your gut and intuition was on point. Like, you know, like a scary on point, like, oh shit. You know, you guys could have had some premonitions as well. So I like this energy because it allowed you to really decipher, oh my God, this person was playing me all those years, or this is what it was, and this is who that person was. But it got you this far, right? It got you to know how you need to move now. And that's why you have the healer of ages here. So now you can change your thoughts. Now you can get grounded, okay? Number 4. All right. And also too, now it's like you still do a little bit of, you were doing research, 52 = 7. You were doing a little bit of research. This caused you kind of to go into hermit mode, or sometimes needing time for yourself, space for yourself to really find these things out. So lots of releasing. You could have, you know, you could have cried a couple of times, or you could have just really sat in the fire until it just like went out, you know. You could have written letters. You could have spoken to people as well if you could say these things. You know, there's certain, however you do your rituals or whatever that helps you to really cleanse the energy. But now I feel like, boom, it's like nobody can mess with you kind of an energy, Pisces. Let me get one more here. and the outcome of all of this. It's really like allowing you to now speak your truth and be you to the fullest without caring about what people think. Caring about, like, you know, you're moving in your own way. You have God gave you your own vision, right? So it's like now you're moving and operating in that energy. It's like you can catch a snake right away. You can smell the deceit, right? You can smell it. This is why you wanted to make sure. You guys probably did a little bit of research, or, you know, looking people up, finding out information. It's like connecting the dots. I feel like you finally had this puzzle piece. Like the pieces were kind of scattered, and maybe you lost a couple of pieces, and now you finally found all the pieces, and now the puzzle is complete. And now it's like a whole portrait, it's a whole visual. Now you can explain that's kind of a situation. Like, for example, I don't know, how to know if someone's playing you, right? Like literally, like playing with your energy. Now you can know based off of an experience, you know it was false. You know it was, you know what was a fantasy and what was like real truth, so that you know you can speak the truth whenever through your experience, right? And then the outcome of that situation and how to help somebody else not to go through that energy. Boom, that's how you're bringing stuff from up here, experiencing it down in the 3D, and then getting through it, healing from it, okay? So that was like all shown to you. So many different types of situations have probably been broken down to you in that form or fashion, so you can see clear, and so that you can trust your gut and your intuition, to go into your next chapter. What's the next chapter? What's the outcome of the next chapter? Look at that. This is what's giving you the strength to change. Woo! I'm like feeling this energy, and I feel your energy. I feel like it just feels so good. It's like the goosebumps vibes. Now you can operate in your God frequency now, because you're strong enough to do so. You have the strength. You have the courage to, you know, now go after that job that you wanted to, or now start that business, or the courage to really tell somebody how you feel now, whether it's a friend, whatever ship, relationship, lover, family. Now you can say what's on your mind, and you have this courage to do that. You have the willpower now, so that you can embark change. You can embrace it, you know, go with the current instead of going against it or hide from it. I feel like this is really good. So if you've been seeing like 555 a lot, like major changes, because you got that on the board too. I feel like now it's like you're just stronger than ever. Now you know you're in that warrior energy. Now, as I said earlier, now probably that water sign, when I said you don't want to operate in the warrior energy so much. Have time for play. Let the inner child come out. It's good to be serious about your goals and aspirations and dreams and all that stuff, but this is all for all water signs. But, you know, make sure you're just not, make sure you're living life, pretty much, okay? Because you could be walking around like wounded warrior, but no one knows that, right? No one knows all the shit and turmoil that you've been through. No one knows the things that you were working on as far as mentally, physically, emotionally. But now it's like you have the strength to carry on. Now it's like, you know what? It's kind of like an energy where you're just like, fuck it. Like, this is it. Okay, this is how everything's operating around me. This is how I'm going to operate from now on. It's like you had this epiphany light bulb kind of a moment, okay? Beautiful. I really like it. I really, really like that for you here. We're going to tap into these. Let me move these over here. I love this. So now we're going to see what kind of positive solutions come out of this situation. I feel like moving further, you're just going to have more clarity. It's like just kind of being in the know. It's like you're not going to waste your time on Tom, Dick, and Harry, because like you know your worth now. You know your value. You know, it's like you want that energy reciprocated, right? You're not going to waste your time anymore. You just don't. So a lot of you guys are definitely choosing to either be single, or choosing not to have sex, or choosing not to go, you know, stuff your face with chocolate and candy and unhealthy foods anymore. Like whatever the situation is for you. Some of you guys are just literally making a choice. You're setting your intentions now. You're being very intentional with what you got going on. Give me energy for Pisces. How are we trying to gain any positive solutions here? I love this for you. Yeah, look at that. To gain more positive influences, you're being flexible. Okay? You're being very flexible. And this is good because Pisces, you're immutable energy. So it's like you have your boundaries set. You know your values, morals, beliefs. You have all of that. You know what you want. You're not settling anymore, but you're still capable of being flexible. You're still, able to love. You're still able to hold empathy. You're still able to care for people. You're still able to show up for people and yourself. You're still able to be you, but now it's just in a different light. You moving different now. This is a new you. You've embarked on a new version of yourself. It probably shows, and that's why water signs this week is very, very attractive, and people just want to, gravitate towards a water energy this week. Like, you guys are just, magnets, and that's why, because you're operating more in your authentic godlike frequency, period. Okay. Ooh-wee. Goosebumps city. What do you need to nurture a little bit more? What do you need to promote a little bit more? Utilizing your throat chakra is one, okay? Making sure you speak instead of hold it all in. Because Pisces, you guys have a tendency to be the escape artist, right? Because you're ruled by Neptune, so you can look to vices like smoking, overworking, drinking, whatever it is. You can look to a vice to kind of hide and cover and not deal with something, right? So utilizing your throat chakra is actually a healing point for you. Before you weren't doing that, and now you're opening up now you're being vulnerable now to the right people, right? Utilizing your discernment, but now you're opening up and doing that, right? Look at that. The wonders. So either, let's say, for example, as far as like who you are as a being, like, let's say you meet someone, right? Let me give you a visual as far as that goes. So as far as people goes, for the wonders card, you're only fucking vibrating with people that are resonating on your same frequency, right? But some will come to you because you're the magnet, right? You may attract some people that need healing, or they have questions, you have the answers, kind of an energy. So you have to make sure, if you're going to tap into any person, if you want to go a little bit deeper, like having a relationship or a crush on them or liking them, you're making sure that you guys are even compatible. You might even be looking up their natal chart or checking for the signs. Like, you want to make sure it makes sense. Like, if you're into spirituality, you want to make sure they are too. They're healing, they're working on themselves, and you want to make sure there's like something that you guys are, you don't want to be exactly the same, but you want to make sure you guys are, operating on an energy where you guys can compromise and work together and not go against one another. It doesn't make sense if, like, let's say it's like a person like I eat meat, or it's like a person like they eat meat and you don't. You know what I mean? Like, how are the dating scenes gonna look like? How is the cooking at home gonna look like? Like, I don't know. It's like you guys, the way that I'm explaining it probably sucks, but it's like you just want someone on the same accord as you, pretty much, to make it a little bit more gentle. You know what I'm saying? For the journey that you're on right now. Like I said, you're probably open and new and sensitive to a new way of living, a new way of being right now. So it only makes sense that you want to gravitate towards people that are walking the same accord with you. Like, if you're building a business, you want the other person to be building a business too. Why? Because you know how to date an entrepreneur, and now they know how to date an entrepreneur. It just makes sense. Someone that actually has a regular 9-to-5 and you're an entrepreneur, they might be looking like, oh, who's DMing you? Who's messaging you? Because you have so much attention on you, they might not understand. So they don't know how to date an entrepreneur. It's just kind of like that. It's so like, you don't want to date your total exact opposite to where it's just causing tyranny and negative energy, and it's just not working, like friction all the time. You don't want that. You want to be able to resonate and have something that just kind of goes together, like going with the current. Like, it just feels like an ease. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that people that we meet we're going to be doing exactly the same thing in life at all times, but you catch my drift. Am I making sense? As far as the people. Now, as far as the wonders, this is allowing you to really promote this. Put that out there. Tell people, this is what you're not fucking with. This is what you're fucking with. Because you see between the lines. You know what I'm saying? Be open and honest with that. If you are tapping into, if you are a spiritual being, or if you do tarot and all that stuff, like, don't hide who you are. Let it be out in the open, what you practice, things that you say. So maybe promoting that a little bit more will actually help you. Promoting, telling people to go within, promoting, whatever that is, you just need to let that a little bit out more. And that's utilizing your throat chakra. My throat was actually scratchy for some reason. Boom! Hey, what's up? Better luck than spoken. How are you? Scorpio in the house. That's valid. I've dated someone who was vegan. I definitely am not, so it was quite difficult. Right. See, you get what I'm saying? It's like it makes things like hard. It makes life harder than it needs to be when you could just maybe they don't resonate with you and you could just move on and go to someone else that does, that gets it. Because at these day and age, at this time right now, it just only makes sense. Like, that's why I always say gravitate towards your soul family, your soul community. Like, people that get you. You know what I'm saying? It's like kind of like, okay, this is a good one. It's like saying, okay, you're a Catholic and this person is like from Islam or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, like, it's not gonna work. That's the energy you're not trying to be in. So this is why you have to promote and nurture the fact that this is where you're at, this is what I'm attracted to, and this is what you want to attract. You have to say it, you have to do it, you have to be it, so you can attract that back to you, right? You know, if you're Catholic and you're out there talking about Catholic stuff on all your platforms and where you're at and your family and your friends, then they're gonna invite you to Catholic stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving an example. It just makes sense. You know what I mean? You don't want to meet someone that's total it just sometimes people can come together. Not saying it's not possible, but that's not what that's just not it. Because you could be like, you could have a master number somewhere or an empath of some sort. You could be an energy healer of some sort. And so these type of connections really need a special type of a relationship, period. Just FYI, just so you know. All right. What's the type of quality that's needed? Transformation. Boom. And that comes right along with getting things revealed to you. Look at that transformation, 6th chakra energy. Okay, getting that allows you to stay grounded, work on stability, build your foundation. Okay, transform into the person that you are. What is on the outside? Like, for example, for me, like, I'm like, you know, I got my locks going because I'm sick of doing my hair. I hate it. I never liked doing my hair. I have great hair, but I never wanted to do it. So I always like dyed it, damaged it, do all these different looks. I'm just over it. I'm so busy. I don't want to worry about hair. And especially all the products they're coming out with, I don't want to do it. So I'm doing this. You know what I mean? Just in like maybe the clothes that you wear, you know. You used to care about, I don't know, wearing suits all the time, but now it's like, you know what? Instead of buying $1,000 suit, I'm gonna put that money into my garden. So it's like transforming into the being that you've always wanted to be. It's like you're remembering who you are, and so you're more accepting of the changes. As you see 555 on the board here, you're accepting more of the changes. This allows you to heal, and this allows you to attract that because you're accepting the transformational period. So the butterfly energy is like more light, more airy, more operating in your divine feminine, but also having a balance with divine feminine, divine masculine. Not being so much in the warrior energy, divine masculine, and not being too much into the divine feminine. Finding a balance, transformation, butterfly energy. You're just really tapped in. You're really tapped in. Really tapped in, especially with the 7th and the 6th chakra here. Your crown and your first eye. You've been activated, or you're being activated, or you're about to be if you haven't. It's here. And 444, your angels, spirit guides are all around you. They're pushing you towards this path, and you're embracing it. And that's why everyone's loving water energy right now. Like, because you're transforming into who you've always been. It's just that many programs that you had to unprogram, to reprogram, unlearn, to relearn who you are now. You're not allowing anything or anybody to influence you easily anymore. You know what I'm saying? You are utilizing your own mind. You don't have to go to anyone else to receive confirmation so much. You know, you're really trusting in yourself. It doesn't hurt to get, you know, advice or anything from anybody else, but you used to do that a lot, but now you don't anymore. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's that. What do you need to work on? I'm dating an Aquarius that's a polar opposite of me. Ooh, Air energy right now is really light this week. Air energy is operating in their divine feminine this week. Aquarius and your Scorpio. 4 years? Wow. There's definitely been a lot of work that probably wouldn't be needed if we weren't so opposite. See? That's what I'm talking about. A lot of work. But the energies right now, where everything's going right now, as far as all of these transitions that's happening right now, as far as astrologically speaking, moving further, now you know. You've experienced the work that you had to put in, and you just don't want to do that again with new people that come in or the people that are trying to come back. Like you just not saying that you're not trying to get your hands dirty or anything, not saying that you won't put any work within yourself or anybody else, but you're just doing it in a different fashion. What do you need to work on? Happiness. Doing more things that make you happy. See, this is what I was saying, like, try not to operate in that, like, work. I need to get this done. You know, it's all about just playing with your inner child. Gravitating towards people, places, and things that make you feel good. I listened to this video last week, and I think this is very fitting for you, Pisces energy. So I feel like this guy, he was explaining how when you get goosebumps, or, you know, when you start to get chills, like especially if someone's like singing really well, or you hear like a good song or something, you know, that energy, you want to keep that, like do things that give you that goosebump factor, because there's something that happens with the matter in your brain when it comes together that's operating in the God frequency, and that's why your soul, you get the goosebumps, you get the chill, like I don't want to say chills, it's like that good vibration, you feel it, you know what I'm talking about. We're just gonna call it goosebumps for now, but try and see if you can have that come like every day, all day. It's like that tingling, it just makes you feel so good without needing anything, you know what I'm saying, like needing a vice. It just comes naturally on your own. So I love this dolphin energy. Okay, so be a little bit more light on yourself. Okay, when you need to take a nap, take a nap. When you want to rest, take a rest. If you want to sit outside and enjoy the air, go sit outside and enjoy the air. Like, do a little bit more things that just make you feel good and that bring on that happiness. Because water energies this week are acting like earth signs. So you guys are more like focusing on stability and your foundation and getting things done and making the money and working and, you know, making sure all your tasks on your list are completed, and you're very goal oriented right now this week. So water signs specifically, they flipped with earth. So this is very fitting for this to come out. Like, you know, have a little bit of fun still. Okay. And you did have the healer of ages, so I want to ask, what else do you need to heal? So the community card came out. Okay. So you guys could have some definite, especially with healer of ages, right? So this could be making you feel like from the past, right? Because you had the throat chakra. Maybe you were telling yourself that you weren't good enough. Maybe you were telling yourself whatever talents, gifts, and skills that you had just weren't good enough for jobs or good enough for the people around you. This can include family, friends, things of that nature. So this is what needs to be healed as well. You need to know that, I don't want to say, there's a difference between being confident and cocky, but you need to know that whatever you hold is amazeballs and no one else can do what you do. You just have to know that. So this involves you maybe opening yourself up a little bit, getting yourself out there, promoting that transformational energy, promoting the wonders, right? Promoting all of this, like telling people about it. I'm not saying tell people all your gifts that you have, because you can't trust everybody. Use your discernment. But I'm just saying, if you want to make your business pop, or if you want to gain new friends or join a soul community, or have that one that you're going to have for the rest of your life and meet them, you know what I'm saying? You got to operate in that energy and be open to, you know, exploring, having experiences, traveling, you know, tapping into rooms, you know, where there's speaking amongst other people and not just being in your own energy and being in your own bubble. Okay. You got to really get out there, you know, and that's all about accepting the transformation, right? This new version of you, which is so beautiful. I feel like I feel like it's not hard. I feel like it's for you guys. It's coming about. It's slowly but surely. You're starting to recognize certain things about yourself, and when you're open to it and you're seeing it, it's like the shifts just they come, and you're kind of excited. Okay, what's gonna happen next? Like, what's gonna be revealed to me now? Because you have the strength to get through anything right now. Like, you have the Angel of Strength, right? AKA the number 5 changes. You have a lot of 5s on the table, actually. So I like this. So get out there and let them know. Get into nature. You might get some downloads with that, okay? Look at that. As I say that, I see an airplane. I'm talking about fly. Maybe you need to go travel out of where you're at. Get outside of the house. You know, maybe, you know what I mean? Like, maybe you need to join maybe like a group thing or something. Like a group activity of some sort, okay? Because I feel like you could have been shunned, you know, as far as if you're doing any kind of healing work, okay, with the chakra, like nobody wanted to listen to you, or maybe you just weren't in the energy to be listened to. Maybe you still need to do a little bit of work. You know, maybe you weren't making sense back then, and now you're starting to make sense. You know what I'm saying? It could be anything, but I'm just saying, like, now it's time to get out there and be the social butterfly. It's time to be socialize. Especially if you're looking for the one, or especially if you want to, you know, like have a family and kids and all that stuff, and especially if you want to learn about different cultures and things of that nature or whatever, so that you can add that onto your seasoning. You know what I'm saying? Like, get out there. It's activating. It's the North Node activation is what this feels like right here. It's like, maybe that was something you're operating more in your South Node before. So now it's time to operate your North Node. What does that look like? Getting out there. Being more open to the energies, right? Okay. What's the message for Pisces before we go on to the next sign? Ooh, 2 came out. Lucky. Ooh, look at that. As I was saying, healing chaos. Healing anything, like all the crazy, deep, dark stuff that probably came out when the moon was in Scorpio for you guys. You could have got a little bit emotional. You could have tapped into that just a little bit, or find out, like I said, answers and things of that nature from some old shit, like some old, deep, dark stuff probably came out. So just make sure, like, and it has butterflies again. So it's kind of like anything that is happening right now in your life, like that seems just so out of whack. You have to try and find a way to control your emotions, number 1, and also you can't control everything, but you can control what you are, you know, engaging in as far as like conversations, people, activities, whatever it is, people, places, and things, right? So healing all of that and getting an understanding, like putting yourself in a good space, putting yourself in a good place. That way, mentally, you're not like fucked up, right? And having patience with yourself. You need to have more patience with yourself. Rome wasn't built in a day. Not everything's gonna unlock to you, you know, through one occasion. So being patient with whatever it is that you're tapping into. Like, you could have started a new job, or you could have, like, your business now, you revamped it, or you rebranded, or you started one, and now it's like, you know, things may be flowing, but it's not exactly how you want things to be going right now, or how you see it yet is the key word. So you have to be patient, even a relationship, even you know, business partnership, even with family. You know, maybe you just mended something with a family member, and now it's like, okay, am I gonna feel comfortable with going to the next family barbecue or what? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, breathe. You know what I mean? Find healing within everything. See the lessons within everything. That'll really help you to get through. Okay. So that is your intuitive seed spread for Pisces. I'm going to go ahead and go. We'll do Scorpio since we have Scorpio on here, since you're waiting. We're going to flip it this time. Okay. Aquarius stellium at that. Ooh wee. Sheesh. Well, I could see a Scorpio and Aquarius kind of coming together, because you got to think Aquarian energy, they do things so out of the box. It's like, so like Scorpios can also think this is why they're like secretive to themselves, because they are also in their own little, like, you know, very unique, and people would call them weirdos or whatever, you know, for being who they are. And so your Aquariuses are kind of like that. They're like very what's the word I'm looking for? Unconventional with what they do. I can see how that can kind of come together. But with Aquarian and Scorpio energy, it's like you guys can create a lot of shit together. You guys can have lots of ideas, but it's all about like, how are you going to act on it? How will it play out? You know what I'm saying? Because air energy is very like flighty, and so they don't really like to go deep and get emotional, but Scorpio does. So you have to be careful of that, because Scorpio will roll with it though, but not for too long, to where then they feel detached. Aquarius can come off as being detached. Because they're in their own little world, in their own little head. So it could be hard for them to kind of come together. Unless there's an Aquarius that's really knows themselves, then they can be the social butterfly that they need to be, that they're supposed to be operating in right now in this lifetime. So that's an interesting connection. It also plays out to other placements matter, as far as like combining, as far as relationships, like your Mercury, the Venus, definitely. You guys might have like Venus energy that correlates with one another, because that's where like love languages tap in. Mercury, how you guys talk to one another, you know what I'm saying? And also too, like your house placements. It's a lot. It's not just sun signs, it's a lot. It goes deep. That's why I don't like when people just like say, what's your sign? Well, this is my sign. But then, you know, they don't know all the other little like pieces that go with it, right? So you're dating a Pisces oh shit! Is it a female Pisces, or are you dating a male Pisces, if you don't mind me asking? Been together for 13 years. Oh my goodness. Congratulations. That's like rare. 2 Pisces coming together? Y'all must have a stellar natal synastry chart to be together. Especially if you're male and female. Sorry guys, my little light keeps coming on. Hold on. I don't know if you guys can see me that great. That must be a stellar connection right there, boy. Charge this really quick. What's good with you? Your birthday today? No, my birthday is not today. You missed my birthday. My solar return was in March. Let me submit to your work, your words, and then you can do the damn most. What sign are you up to? I'm about to do Scorpio. It's a male. Oh, okay. A male. Wow. Pisces female and a male Pisces together? Y'all must have, I would have to look at that synastry chart for real. Yeah, see, it all correlates, you guys. Like, you guys never know. That's why I say you can't just go based off a sun sign. Like, let's say, for example, you were damaged by, like, I don't know, Gemini. Because Gemini's, like, common. Everyone always thinks of them as crazy. But I've had Gemini best friends growing up my whole entire life. I always got along with Geminis. I even dated and married a Gemini. So, but it's like, it means more. Like, the moon energy. Like I said, the Venus energy, the Mercury. Like, how you guys correlate with conversation. Like, everything matters. It's not just the sun. So don't reject someone just based off of their sun energy is what I should say. Because a lot of people do that, and you can be missing out on a whole blessing. You acted like, that's cute. Just in time. Scorpio sun, yeah. So I'm gonna do Scorpio. Okay, where my Scorpios at? Scorpio sun, moon, rising, or Venus, however it pertains to you, okay? Let's get Scorpio's past influences. Okay, let me do another shuffle here. Let me get some water. Okay, Scorpio's past influences. As you guys know, water signs, I don't know if you guys were there earlier in the beginning, water signs are going to be like magnets. This is what I got for the downloads. So everyone's going to be gravitating towards your energy. You can be looking really good. You can just be glowing. You can just be like the person to be around right now. So some of you guys, you might, like, especially Scorpios, they like to be kind of private and secretive in their own energy. They like to reset, recharge, which every water sign should do. And so people might be invading that or trying to poke your bubble. So you got to just let people know, you know what, I'm not going to be participating in that today. I just want to take a nap. I want to rest, you know. Maybe I'll see you at the next event, or maybe I'll see you tomorrow. We'll talk tomorrow? Like, just let people know. That's all you got to do. Because they're going to be flocking to you like flies on shit. Okay, past influences, Scorpio. Give me 2. Scorpio, this has to do with money, honey. So you've got a woman holding a coin. Remember, this is your past influences, okay? Card number 42, which equals 6. Thinking about money, money moves, and then happy family. So what influenced you? Let me just pull them all out right now, because in the current situation. Give me the situation now, whatever's crossing you. Ooh, okay. What is the present to future movement? Present to future movement. And then we'll do the outcome last, because I want to be surprised by that. Okay. Wow. So, Scorpio. So, as far as, let's start off from the beginning. So, your past influences. So, your money could have been an issue. This is like leaving jobs or getting fired from jobs or not getting treated fairly at jobs. This is, you know, maybe tapping into other opportunities as far as investments and things of that nature to make your money grow. This could be also you taking on gigs and stuff like that because maybe your main job wasn't working out, or it was for a while, but it's just like it could have been the people that you worked with or a situation that could have occurred within a job situation. This could look like you wanting to tap in, wanting to, you know, create something or have a business, but you never maybe did it. You never got into it. Why? Because you could have been caught up in family matters, okay? I don't know if you have your own kids or your own specific family, or if you don't have your own family, this could mean like, you know, your actual family, mom, dad, brother, cousin, sister, whoever. It's like they were really in tune with, you know, your life, very integrated. You could have even lived with them, or you you may still live with them. I'm not saying that we're going to tap into it a little bit, because you can still have victory with, you know, what's going on in the world right now. I wouldn't, girl. Okay. So, so as far as that, money could have been something that you've been thinking about. Money could have been on your mind. Like, you know, even having like people that, you know, because Scorpio energy, you guys like people that are stable, that have things going for themselves, because you like to be around that, and that kind of motivates you to do the same thing. As far as love relationships and being in a connection, that's very important to you, because that makes you feel secure, and that allows you to be vulnerable and open up to somebody that actually has things going for themselves. Now, if someone ain't got nothing going for themselves, you're going to actually look at them as a project, and so then you won't be vulnerable, because you'll be so trying to fix them and like help them have breakthroughs, and you're putting all your energy into that versus like actually coming together as one. So that could have been like an issue for you, as far as something could happen with money and family in a sense. This could even look like, let's say you were in a connection, you had a kid with someone, or you could have had a miscarriage, you know, as far as women goes. But even men have to deal with that stuff too. Some men get sad and some men want it. It all depends on the situation that you were in. So something that could have happened, you know, and then later on it plays out as like you still were dealing with those people or that person. You know, maybe you were investing in people that you shouldn't have been investing in, you know, or you were looking for investments. It's kind of like you're holding on to a lot of value. You're holding on to a lot of skills. You're holding on to so much because you were trying to make everybody else happy, trying to have everybody else have breakthroughs, trying to make everybody see the light that's within them. And you were always supporting their endeavors. And so all of your shit took a back seat. For the most part, a lot of you guys didn't really initiate on, it's like you took steps a little bit. It's like more so gaining information versus actually taking action on things that you may know or things that you want to do. So that could have held you back a little bit. Okay, especially with family matters. What does this look like? This can be like a jealous sister or a brother or somebody that's like just always trying to be in your space, always trying to be around you, always trying to see what you got going on, or always trying to just be in the mix some way, some form or fashion, which kind of held you back a little bit. Because maybe you were helping them in some form or fashion, whether this is like, I don't know, babysitting or helping them get their mind right, or you know what I'm saying? So many past influences there. But I feel as if for you, that's what actually built the character that you are now. It actually really helped you to see this is where you gain a lot of experiences. No more like having to search or do the Nancy Drew energy like Scorpios like to do. No more of the digging. It's more of like the knowing, walking in the knowing. And that's where the victory is from all of that. Oh shit, you might have gone through hell and high motherfucking waters, but this is what has given you the victory. This is what shows you what gifts you have, you know, as far as being hella intuitive, as far as hella psychic, like seeing things before they happen, having hella premonitions, like reading people, knowing what's up, knowing how to place different energies of people that come into your life, knowing how to operate with them. Scorpio is a fixed sign, but I feel as if this allowed you to be a little bit mutable in a sense, in some form or fashion, if you really think about it. It's like I would say the word chameleon. You know how to be like a chameleon because of all the situations you've been through, whether it was money, family, love, you know what I'm saying, kids, any job situations, you know, dealing with people, period. I feel like you gained so much knowledge and so much wisdom, so much experience to where it allowed you to see victory and have new beginnings, you know, with your current situation right now. So this could be a crossing energy. So let's say, what does this look like? Well, you know, you've dealt with, I don't know, let's say you dealt with like having kids before with somebody and seeing why it didn't work out with the other person. Now you know how to move on further. When you get a new energy in your life, you know how to work with them. Working up or money making opportunities. Maybe you tapped in an opportunity where you really didn't make a lot of money, or maybe you got, you know, it was a get rich quick scheme or some shit like that, and you invested hella money and then nothing happened out of it. And so moving further, now you know what to look for. Now you know what to see, how to see if something's a scheme or not, so that you know to invest your money. It could just play out in so many different ways. Now it's like, okay, maybe your family member or a friend was always in your business, or always like in a negative way, in a negative light, where you had to like help them and do this and do that and X, Y, and Z. You probably gain a lot of knowledge and wisdom now that can help you now. And that's why you're victorious at what it is that you do. It's like you picked up a lot of stuff. You didn't forget shit. And so you're able to, like, this is alchemizing the energy. You're able to alchemize everything to have it work for you. Now, some Scorpios, y'all can be a little bit manipulative, so y'all probably, if you're in an energy in the lower octave of a Scorpio, you can be like a master manipulator. But if you're in the higher octave, you alchemize the energy to help yourself at this day and age. So whatever it is you're tapping into now, whether it's investing your money, whether it's looking for a job, whether it's starting a business, whether it's, you know, trying to find the love of your life, trying to get a man, try to raise your kids, you know, how to help yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, like victory, victory, victory on top of victory on top of victory. And this could be why you are shining so bright and everyone wants your energy, everyone wants to be around you, because now you're really operating in your true self and you're allowing people to see it. You're welcoming the energy now. Before, you were closed off. Why? Because you were dishing out so much goddamn energy towards everybody else to try to help them, you know, uplift their ass and get it together, that you kind of just put yourself on the back burner. Like you know so many people in so many high places. Like you probably know a music producer, you probably know someone that's a fashion designer, you probably know someone that, I don't know, fucking, like you name it. Like you probably know so many people, you probably learn so much information from all those different types of people, and you gather it all together, and it's like now whatever situations arise, you have the knowledge, you have the wisdom, you know how to execute, you know how to get to point A, from point A to point B. You see where I'm going with this? So presently right now, so how did that play out so that you can utilize all of that to your best abilities, like so that things can work out for you so you can have victory? Well, that took other people investing in you, right? You have a man holding a heart here. As far as you had to go through maybe like a marriage, you had to go through a relationship with someone for years. Doesn't have to be a man, it could be a woman too, not gender specific. But this took you like also to like just loving unconditionally to learn all of these lessons to see victory. This also took, learning how to love different types of people, like recognizing, okay, this is this type of person. This is how I have to show love to them so that they understand me and get me. Okay, this is how I got to operate with this person. This is how I can love them. And this is how they love me. Like, it's like you learned how, like I said, chameleon energy in a sense, to gain knowledge from all of these experiences and lessons, instead of thinking as, it was just like, damn, my life was jacked up. Like, when am I ever going to have a breakthrough? You know what I mean? You don't look at it like that anymore. You look at it in a different way, because now you're like, you know what? I'm actually like the shit. Like, I know X, Y, and Z. I could do X, Y, and Z, as long as you take action, right? But it's like Scorpio, you hold so much. And instead of like putting into everybody else, instead of being jealous or envious or being a master manipulator, this is why this came out, instead of looking at everybody else as having it and you're sitting there wishing you had it and you don't, because you were operating that dark energy, as far as like you were using your light on other people and not for yourself. So this is where the dark energy came out, as far as you might not have acted like, how do I say this? People may not have seen you as a person that was jealous or envious, but internally, like your soul was, because you probably didn't have everything that you wanted. However, you probably had high friends in high places that knew a lot, so you actually got to feed off of that. Like if someone, I don't know, was a millionaire and had a boat life and always traveled, they invited you. So you got to enjoy the millionaire lifestyle, just to give you a visual, right? But it's always you tapping into everybody else, like what everybody else's pot. But what did Scorpio have? You know what I'm saying? So that's when I feel like as you progressed, you had to let go of that and start digging for yourself. So number 20 equals 2, which is focus on you. So the more you started to take all that knowledge and wisdom from all those other experiences, wrap it in a ball, and now start to work on yourself and start to put energy and effort and action into the things that you want to achieve, that you want to have into fruition. That way you can go off of your own money, off of your own time and dime, you know what I'm saying? And you have it for yourself instead of just being in where everyone else has it. This is that 6th chakra energy. Boom. Yeah, you got it too. You probably got the message. You got the message. So now you're able to ground yourself and bring on your own stability and build your own foundation, and get your own self together. So what does this look like? Having your own house, having that nice car, having that loving connection, or having someone to do this with, build with, loving yourself and knowing yourself, being confident in yourself, that you can come out to the light. You can tell people this is what I have to offer. It's like really kind of coming out there, but it took a lot of trial, tribulation, hurdles, all of that stuff. So this is something that's progressing right now, that could be playing out in your future. It's like you had to go through all of the ugly to get to the good, right? You Scorpios, deep, like you guys really had to play out a lot. Scorpio, I feel like this is a year of action for you. Give me an outcome card. Yeah, see? The outcome. Oh my God. Look at that. So you don't even need these cards. I literally just said this. Cornucopia, number 11. If you're a master number 11, you see 1111, 111, okay? That means any thoughts, or as far as you were trying to manifest stuff, that's your manifestation materializing. So no more of you. It's great to have people that can do things, but it's also good to have your own shit, right? Doesn't it feel good when you just got it and you don't have to play off somebody else's plate? You know what I mean? Even though it was served to you, you deserve it. I'm not saying you don't deserve it. You deserve it, but yet it feels good when you build on, your own shit up from the ground up. So this looks like restarting. Some of you guys could have lost a job on purpose, lost the connections, like friendships, relationships, best friends, co-workers. You know, you could have lost a lot lately or recently or for the past couple of years, and you've been working through that because God had to really show you, I'm going to take everything away from you to show you what you can build up, because you have everything within you. It's kind of like being the magician of it all. Use it for good, because if you continue to use it for evil or for bad or to manipulate, I'm going to continue to take shit away from you. You're really not going to have anything. So I feel like some of you guys, you know, it's all about taking action, right? Putting everything that you know, everything that you learned, you know, it's like plucking out the weeds, you know what I'm saying? So that the green grass can start growing and you can start watering that. And bam, if you are that person that's operating that energy in a higher octave, everything will come to you, you know, show me how good it can get, right? So I feel like a lot of grand things could be coming towards you, especially if you're in the energy of taking action, Scorpio. This is the time, honey, okay? To do it for you, okay? Do it for all the people that didn't believe in you. Do it for all the people that called you crazy and weird. Do it for, you know, you, like, just period. Like, just do it for you. Just really do it for you. Don't do it for nobody else. Do it for you. Prove to yourself that whatever goals or whatever it is that you want to see, whatever vision you have for yourself, you can play that out on your own. Even though you may have people around you that feed you and give everything to you, and you know what I'm saying? Like, you're just catered to. It'll feel so much better when you have it and you did it and you put the time and energy to build something up, right? So I feel like, I don't know, I feel like that's dope to me. Like, that's a dope reading. It's like a real reality check, you know, because I feel like within this too, maybe this could be like man holding a heart. So let's say, for example, you were searching for love and you couldn't find love, so you're dating all these flunked out people, but you know that was for a reason. Like, there could be people that love you, but maybe they didn't know how to love you, or they didn't know how to keep you, you know, or if they did love you and have you, it's like they had to step back a little bit so that you can shine. But were you in the right energy to do so? You know, it's getting out of the codependent energy. It's getting out of, you know, of course, I feel like you can manifest stuff, but faith without works and no action, and nothing happens. Like, you have to take action. You have to put action into stuff, right? So I feel like you got the message. First eye activation. You probably seen through a lot of stuff too, because you have that gift. You probably seen into the future. So you're like, oh shit, we gotta switch this up. I gotta change. I gotta do something. I gotta do something different. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna tap into. We're gonna do the Sacred Destiny cards. How are you guys feeling? I know this is getting real this week. Definitely lost my job and looking for better. My son. Yeah, see, and that's certain things had to be pulled away so you can see. Like, I don't know how else to say it. Things will be pulled away from you, but it's for your betterment. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe that job didn't deserve all your labor, because Scorpio, when you work at something, you end up dissecting it. You really know, like, all the rules and regulations to something, and you'll really get it. Like, it'll become easy as pie to you. So then when something is easy as cake and pie, you go above and beyond. And so you could have been working for someone that didn't fucking appreciate you for what you did. So they were paying you pennies, or they treated you like shit, or people were talking about you, co-work, stuff like that. It's like, it just wasn't fitting for you. You needed to exercise your mind. You couldn't grow there. So you had to have that taken away from you. And Spirit's like, wait a minute, you're going to be used somewhere else. You know what I mean? Your energy is like up here, like top tier energy, and you working, no. So we're gonna gift you with something else, whether this is starting your own business because of the knowledge that you receive from other people, mentors, friends, whoever. You know, you gained a lot of knowledge you could probably monetize, or this is like showing up as an offer from another job cornucopia from something where you can grow and you can actually, people are open to your ideas and are open to seeing the ways that you can increase revenue for their goddamn business. You see what I'm saying? Okay. What's a positive solution? What are some solutions? Give me one card for a solution here. Give me one positive solution. Move this over. I gotta make room. I didn't make room, so nothing came through. Positive solution for Scorpio. Success. Literally. See, okay, let me start off with, how do you define success, right? Really sit down with yourself and write that question out on a piece of paper. What is success to you? To me, the spread is success, because if you're still here watching this video and you've been through everything that I just said, that's fucking successful. You've been a success through even going in the midst of these situations. Why? Because you were lending a helping hand, helping other people have breakthroughs, helping other people find their light, helping other people get to the light, helping other people see what's in them that they couldn't see that you've seen, their potential, unlocking that. That's success. All of it's successful. All of it. You don't have to have a Ferrari and a fucking mansion and all this shit just to be successful. You are the success. That's the point. So if you're operating in your own energy, your authentic energy, that's when your power unlocks as well. You know what I'm saying? So operating more in that energy, authentically, unapologetically. That's a solution. AKA, just be you and be you to the fullest. And the people that it resonate with will resonate. The people that it don't gravitate, it won't gravitate. You don't need them in your life, period. What is something that you need to nurture or promote? What is something that Scorpio needs to nurture or promote? They did not appreciate me at that job at all. I was miserable. See? Purification. See? And didn't I just say this? Literally, operating in your authentic energy, purification, walking in the most purest form of you, not caring about what anybody thinks, and not hiding. Don't hide. Don't. There's a difference between, like, you know, fighting battles, and some battles you'll need to fight. I'm not saying give everybody a response, but, you know, like, if you're using your discernment, then, you know, like, not being quiet, not biting your tongue, not playing like passive aggressive Mr. Nice Guy so someone else can unlock their magic. No, using your magic. You know what I'm saying? And walking in your power and being exactly who you are and not watering yourself down. I feel like Scorpios, a lot of the times you guys have to, like, when you're in your higher octave, it's like you guys have to, like, kind of water yourselves down so that you can actually engage with some people sometimes, like, for them to get you or understand you. And that kind of sucks for you, because it's like, okay, let me bring it back to square one. You got square one down? Okay, because I'm already over here making triangles and fucking all these different sigils and shit. You still in square one. Okay, so I can go here? Okay. It's like that. It's like, it's like you got to do a lot of, like, bending and stretching and just, like, making something open to go back into its, like, crazy, weird, quirky form so that someone can get you. If that makes sense. I know, I'm so animated, but this is the best way I can do it. Because if you can't operate in that sigil, that quirky, like, motion, and then you always have to go backwards, this is going to look like you just automatically manipulating the energy to get what you want, get what you need. So it can play out looking real bad. You can play out looking like you're manipulating, like, people can actually see it. Some people can't, though. Or this can be something where it's, like, pathological. You end up being pathologically set up. You're setting yourself up, like, to do that, to be that person, because you've always had to do it. So you probably don't even know. Some people don't even know that they're, like, that master manipulator energy and creating, like, imaginary squares and circles and living off of other people's energy. and thriving off of it. You see it as like, oh, this is a blessing, this is God, this is this, this is that. No, it's because you're not putting action into yourself. You created that whole thing, and now when it comes time where everything's taken away from you, you see why, and then you have nothing to fall back on. That's when you know if you're operating that kind of an energy. When you have nothing to fall back on. But if you're a person that has been working on stuff like yourself, you're healing, you know, you have like a lot to show for it. You know, you have supportive people around you, things of that nature. Like you have good fruit around you. You know, whether you planted the seed of that fruit or whether it was like already around you and given to you and you nurtured it, and it's all good, then you know that you did well. You weren't the master manipulator. You weren't the envious or jealous one. That's how you can tell based off of what you have right now. Like, what do you have? You know what I'm saying? Anyways, so yeah, just being pure, operating your own energy, being light, being airy, being the fun person that you are. I feel like some people see Scorpios as coming off very serious, but they can be so funny. They can be so much fun. Like, if you just let them be themselves, like, they can be the funniest ever. Like, they can be such a good time. You know, it doesn't always, not everything has to be sexualized, even though they might have the best dirty jokes in the world. But, you know, that's just Scorpios, though. Like, they exude sexiness. Like, that's just them. So you can't, you know what I mean? Like, don't use that against them. But it's like walking in that, though. Like, accepting, like, it's kind of like walking like, I'm the shit. I just see Rihanna just like, you know what I mean? Get my money. Like, I don't know. I just see, like, I still got my, I don't know. It's just like this powerhouse kind of an energy. So just being pure and walking in you, whether you're sad, mad, happy, glad, whatever it is, all of it. What needs to be resolved? What quality, like, what is something that needs to be resolved for Scorpio? Ooh, stillness. I feel like this can go a couple of different ways because you have the swan here, right? But it's like a mystical kind of an energy. So as I stated earlier, Scorpios, you do like to be in your own bubble. You do need to have your own space so that you can regenerate and recharge. But right now, with everything that's going on right now and where you want to go right now, it's okay to rest, but you don't want to be like in a state of depression where you're sleeping every day and you don't shower, you ain't talking to nobody. You don't want to fall in that stillness, that kind of a stillness. But you want to be able to be still and be quiet. At least give yourself 15 minutes of quiet time a day. You know, making sure that you have, you know, do all the things that you want to do before you engage with other people. Like, it's that kind of a stillness. And most of the time, a lot of people don't know, when you're taking your time and you do stuff, you're actually operating in your higher octave. Like, if you feel like on the days you go in slow motion, you are operating at your highest frequency. When you're like trying to scramble and get things done and you forget. It's like you might forget to do something, or you feel like something's missing, or it's like the day's gone by so quick, and then your energy's like, okay, I'm gonna go to sleep. Like, you crash, Scorpio. Because Scorpio, you guys, it's like being still allows you to unlock those ideas, allowing you to unlock your next move. What is the bat signal? Where do I need to go? Do I need to be talking to them? Do I need to not? Should I go for this job? Should I go for that job? Should I let this person go? Should I talk to this person? It's just like being in that still kind of an energy where you just kind of let things play out how they're supposed to and not control it, not question it, not assess it. Don't put all your eggs in one basket about it. Don't have your own ideals about it, because Scorpios, you guys can really map out a whole fucking like rooted to the tutor kind of an energy. Like you can map out a lot of shit, and then you go based off of whatever you mapped out, and then in the end you end up being, you can be shown and proved wrong because you based it off of what you already assessed. So not doing any of that, just allowing people to be, allowing the energy to go where it needs to go, you know, and you riding the current, just really like being very intentional and letting it, just thriving off of that. You need to thrive off of that. Okay? What do you need to work on, Scorpio? I know, I'm so sorry. I'm so animated. I can't help it. I love you. I've been crashing. See? I've been working out lately, and this is one of my goals to be fit, not skinny, but fit and healthy, changing my eating habits as well. Good. Boom. Take your time with it. We'll see by June where you'll be. If you stay consistent, consistency is the name of the game. Make sure you map out. Have on the side a consistent schedule. Not saying that you don't know what every day brings, but as long as you have a template, something to look at, have like a schedule. Oh, this is the camera. I'm looking at what you wrote. I'm getting a message for you. And also, whenever the days you don't feel like doing whatever's scheduled, find another way to transmute the energy or to deal with your energy. So put a list of things that get you in a good mood, make you happy, promote healing, promote being in a good energy. Because Scorpio, you can get burnt out, or you can be over something and then go on to something else. So in order to keep the consistency, make sure you have a list of healthy activities on the side from your goals that you have on that calendar. Make sure you have those group of activities. That way you can switch out. So let's say, for example, on Tuesday, you don't want to work out at the gym. You're like, fuck this. I had a bad day. I'm not in the energy. I don't want to be around nobody. I just want to, take a shower, and I want to go to sleep. I want to go to bed earlier. I want to read, or I want to watch TV. I want to veg out. Have that activity list, right? What can you do? Read a book. What can you do? Research something. What can you do? I don't know, watch YouTube where you can learn something. Like, make sure you're transmuting the energy into something that's is going towards something, because you can easily fall into, I'm gonna do this, and then end up not doing it. Scorpios have a really hard time with putting action and being consistent with that kind of stuff. It can be such a great idea, but that idea can be an idea for like 7 years. You get what I'm saying? So it's always good to have that. So try and do that. So we have another card. Let your power and passionate words flow, as well as your beautiful face, and can submit to your anointing oil that emanates your beautiful, gentle passion, moving in holy motion. Wow. Okay, so what do you need to work on? Security. What are you passionate about? Fire energy. Where are your passions? What do you see yourself doing for the next couple of years? And you can make money off of it. What do you see yourself doing where it doesn't feel like work, and it can bring on stability for you? What do you see yourself getting into as far as, maybe working with other people that you won't feel stressed? It doesn't fuck with your mental health. What do you see yourself doing? I love this. Security. This is what we need to work on. Your stability, right? I told you this would come. Don't be looking at social media, looking at, woulda, shoulda, coulda, and I wanna. You know what I mean? It's good to do a visual meditation, right? Manifestation. So you want to write down things you want to manifest, but then you have to do the visualization piece. So that Pinterest is a good spot for that. But you don't want to be sitting on Instagram and TikTok and all that stuff and looking at all these people like, oh my God. You know what I mean? I could have that. I could do this. I could do that. No. Just start putting the action towards it. Because then you're going to think of what you don't have most of the time. And what happens when you think of what you don't have most of the time? You get what you don't want. You get more of that energy instead of having the flow of what's supposed to come in and what, the things that you do want. So be careful of that. You might even need to take social media breaks from time to time too, because you guys can feed in, you guys can absorb a lot of information subconsciously too. So focus on what are the things that can bring you stability, security, and build your foundation. Okay. What does this look like? I don't know. If you don't have a job right now and you want one, you need to make a little bit of pocket change, right? You need food. You want to have cute outfits. You want to go places. You want to experience. You want to pay your bills. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, devote like an hour of, I don't know, going on, what's that site called? Indeed or something. Like, devote an hour a day. You know what I mean? That at least you're working towards it. It's kind of like manifesting in a sense. And then when you see that one specific one that you really like, just act as if you already got it. Yeah, they called me already. So what kind of outfits? I need to go to Ross tomorrow because I got to get these. I got to probably wear black pants, black shoes. Like really start thinking as if you already have it. And then whatever that dream job, whatever, you know, or whatever situation, the way you, however you want to make money, you're already operating in that. So it's just going to automatically come to you because you're putting your energy towards security, making you feel secure. This is also too can deal with feelings like your inner self. What are the things that make you feel secure? Who are the people that make you feel comfortable and secure? What are the things that you do for yourself to make your soul feel secure? You know, are you securing your inner child? That's major in your adult life. So it can also do inner too. So that's something to work on, okay? Your security. And then what do you need to heal? Spirit of heaviness, flow, and peace. What do you need to heal? Blessings. Now, this is funny because the English language, we all know, is a whole witch. It's a whole witchcraft in the English language, right? And this word says blessings. And the question is, what do you need to heal? So if you break down this word in the English language, it's a curse. Be less. Be less, right? So stop. What comes to mind to me is you need to heal on, stop looking at yourself as if you are less than other people. Just because someone is actually taking action and things are playing out for them and they're making the money and their business is thriving, or they're cultivating a community, or they're making lots of money, they're able to travel to, they were just in Miami, now they're in Mexico. It's like, don't think that you can't do it either. You can. So getting out of that be less kind of an energy and looking at things as blessings, blissful energy, okay? That brings on a lot more for you. So really being free, and you have the bird here. Being free as a bird, right? Because that unlocks the freedom. You're not putting yourself in a cage. There's no category for you, Scorpio. Maybe you're not supposed to be stuck in this box like everyone wants you to be. Maybe you're supposed to be free. What does that look like to you? What does freedom look like to you? You know, what does building security look like for you? What does success look like to you? What is victory? Like, ask yourself all of these questions. That's some shadow work homework for you. Really ask yourself, okay? You need to heal in that form. And I'm not saying that you're not a confident person, like you don't know who you are, but sometimes, Scorpio, you can get in your head a little bit. Like, why haven't I done that? Like, damn, I should have invented that, or I should have did that. I could have did that because I knew X, Y, and Z, or I have all this knowledge too, or I have this skill. I didn't know I could do that. It's like really just playing it out though, like really sitting there. You know, it's kind of like, let's say you set up like, I don't know, I'm just going off a limb here for a visual. Let's say you set up an appointment with someone to teach you how to code, right? And then as they're teaching you, you're like, hold on. And then the teacher's like looking like, oh, you didn't even need me the whole time. You knew exactly how to do it. It's that kind of an energy. It's just you have to apply and take action in order to unlock and see that you have all these blessings that are here and they're waiting for you, and it'll start flowing. Look at the water. It'll start growing. Cornucopia. Okay? So it's good to look at people to get inspiration, to get motivated, but that's only like 5 or 10 minutes or 30 minutes. You can always tell someone, you motivate me and all this stuff. But hey, Scorpio, when I call you next week, what have you done? Hey, did you do X, Y, and Z yet? Hey, have you started that? Da-da-da? And then if I get a roll of excuses, that's my point right there. So you have to take the action and know that you have all these blessings. Just take the action. Just see. Just try things. You know what I'm saying? Pluto in Aquarius, Uranus in Taurus. Try it. New things. It's new energy, new everything. Shift it, transform it, make it happen. Try and see. Exhaust all possibilities. See how far you can go. What message, what's the underlying message for Scorpio? Whoa. Here's another one that wanted to come out, which is potential, but it didn't pop out. The one that did pop out, ooh, look at that, miracles. I feel like I just explained your miracle. Everything is on the other side of you. You are in your own way, Scorpio. Only you. It's going to feel like a miracle. It's going to feel like a blessing. But you already had these in you. You already were capable of all of it. You just didn't take any action into seeing if you could. Read that. Isn't there a story like the engine that could or some shit? Like, I don't know why that came to mind, but you just never know the potential in what you carry until you just really act it out. Instead of thinking about it, plotting and making the plan and always talking about it and always dreaming about it, and it's like just do it. Just try it. Just attempt something. And I bet you're going to be smacked in the face with the miracles. Look at rainbow energy. Operate in your rainbow energy. I need you to do this now. Operate in your rainbow energy. Whatever you're scared to do, whatever you think, whatever's your biggest fear to do, whatever, like, what are your fears? Write them down. We're going to knock them all out. Crush them fears. I need you to do like a fire cleanse meditation. Just burn it all, honey. Burn it all. And just like show them the real Scorpio that you are. You don't need nobody. You don't need nothing but you. At the end of the day, yeah, it helps to have people support you and catapult you and all the things and invest in you, but you can do it on your own. You really can. You have to believe in you and know you can do it and just really like, just do it. It's just do it. Just literally like Nike, like just do it. Because look, the potential. I feel like you know the potential you have. It's kind of like, I feel like a lot of Scorpios, like if you don't take action on certain things and you look at people and you can be like, yeah, I could have did that, or I knew that, why didn't I think of that kind of an energy? That can show you right, that's a tall telling sign right there that you know your ass to take action. So take accountability real quick. Okay, moving on. Now that we accepted that, now let's just go. Balls to the walls. You don't need to hang off nobody's nutsack. You got this. You can do it all on your own, period. Cornucopia. Cornucopia, baby. All right, we're going to do Cancer. Cancer. Sun, moon, rising, or Venus signs. Cancer, sun, moon, rising, or Venus. My tan is terrible. It's terrible. My tan is terrible. All right, Cancers. So Cancer, if you just tuning in, I did say earlier in the collective, if you didn't watch it, one of the downloads I got was water signs are going to be very magnetic this week. Okay, so Cancer, if you feel like a lot of great things are going to be sparking for you, a lot of good things are going to be happening this week. So guess what? Everybody's going to want your attention. Everybody's going to want your time. Everybody's going to want your energy. Everybody's going to want to hear your response. Everybody's going to want your insight. Everybody's going to want your guidance. Everybody's going to want you. So for some of you guys, Cancer, because you know you guys like to be in your bubble, let people know. As long as you let them know, so maybe they can stop texting you or calling you, just say, hey, I need like a day or I need like a week, or let me get back to you. I'll call you. I'm gonna just sit on this for a minute and I'm gonna call you back. Or, you know, hey, this is not on my agenda today, so I'd rather do something else today. Let them know so that they won't keep bothering you if someone is. If you know an energy that does that, let them know. Some people you won't have to tell them. The people that kind of just let you be and do you, and you know, those are great people, right? You don't have to really like announce, hey, I need space. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's great when you don't have to announce it. But, you know, if it's like for a while, you know, which I don't think it's going to be. But if you need to let somebody know, like, you know, I'm going to take some time for myself. I'm going to, like, just kind of figure things out, let them know, because maybe they could worry or think you just fell off the face of the earth, especially if you don't like post anything on social media. But if you're a social media poster, they could probably just check your stuff. Not saying that that means you're okay, but you know, they can know that you're alive, possibly, right? But yeah, so just let people know, because your energy is gonna be like flies on shit. And also too, if you get really excited about the things that are coming, like stay grounded when you get excited. Because you don't want to be operating out of your ego, and then come the end of the week, boom, you're going to get a huge reality check. So we don't want that, right? So Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. You guys don't forget to thumbs up the video. It helps the video circulate and percolate. Por favor. Where are we at with time? All right. So we got like 30 minutes left. Okay, Cancer. What are some past influences for Cancer? One more. All right. That's crazy. Okay, current situation or what's crossing you, challenge. What is the present to future movements? Present to future movements. Ooh, this flipped over, but it didn't come out. Present to future movements. Because that's a crossing energy. All right, and then we'll do the outcome last. So, Cancer, you've got happy family, number 4. That's such Cancer energy. And then the Sun. So, what is this telling me? And then your current situation right now. Or something that you could be crossing, or something that's challenging. We have a man holding a heart here, okay? Card number 45, which equals 9, which equals endings. So, past influences. Okay, so as far as family, anything that has to do with your inner child, traumas, or any family type of situations, if you're around a lot of family, or you have, like, you live with family, or I feel like any situations, like as far as this could be when you're little, you're a teenager, to playing out into your adult years. You've been really looking at all of those situations and healing from them, or you've been playing some situations still out, like you've been following those traditions and influences and carrying them onto your adult life, especially if you have kids. And also too, it's like I said, you could have been healing those situations or whatever, and those are coming to like the light right now for you. I feel like with Cancer energy, you could have been like really emotional, especially because you have the Sun here. This is a past influence, right? So you could have been like really like trying to be happy. What does that look like? Well, you have to let go of some stuff. You have to let go of those traditions or those old systems, those old programs that your family's taught you, and kind of relearn and do everything on your own and kind of struggle. So it looks like crying, playing with your inner child, crying, playing with your inner child, being happy, you know, finding those places that, or those things that make you happy, like bringing on the happiness. I feel like you were in a dark energy, and so it's like you were just trying to look at all the good things too and take from that and see if it is things that you can carry on to your adult life. But I feel like a lot of things that what you've been through really are influencing now. Also too, this as far as your adult life and your current stages, as far as past influence, you could have been maybe looking at someone as if you guys could have had a happy family together, especially if you have kids, they have kids, you guys coming together and making one happy family and building together. Okay, you could have been really like living in that fantasy island kind of an energy with the family and the Sun. Oh, we're just gonna be happy-go-lucky and everything's gonna work out. But 1 + 4 = 5, which is a major shift, a major change. that totally like switched for you. It changed. Something happened and ended. 45 equals 9. So now you end up just holding space, holding your heart. Okay. Stepping back a little bit. So something probably didn't play out the way that you wanted it to play out. Whether this is even like even in a family connection, you know, like maybe you wanted to try and you're like thinking of all the ways like when you were younger, maybe you, your brother or your sister used to get along so good, you know, and it made you so happy. And now it's like it's something that you were working on because you didn't have that, right, in your adult stages. So you're trying to work on that, you know what I'm saying? And it allowed you to like really like hold space for them to come. Because now you're at an age where you can actually talk to them. Now you're at an age where you can actually hear them and see what was that triggering moment? Why did we disconnect? Or can we fix this? Can we come together? Because look at these times right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just want us to be happy, or I just want us to move on or move forward, up, or you know what I'm saying? Like, can we do that? It could be something in that case too. But this can also be like a love relationship. Like I said, it could be a loving connection that you could have had with someone. You know, and also with yourself too. It's kind of like maybe you were just so serious about life and you had to you just been so serious for so long, and so in your adult life right now, you're really looking to build a foundation, you know, bring on the stability. You're looking to really grow and also be living a life where you're happy and everything that you do is like amazeballs. So what does this look like? Finding love for yourself and then operating in that frequency where you're not just going to give your love to anybody. You're not going to give your time and energy to just anybody. Man holding a heart. So that, what does this look like? Ending connections, ending friendships, you know, removing those people that looked at you as just flesh and carnal. You don't have time for that. You know, you want someone that has substance, someone that knows some things, where you guys can build together, you can grow, you can be vulnerable, they understand you, they get, you know what I'm saying? It's like you change the face value of what is happy family to me. You need to allow people to accept, like, especially if you have kids, you know, or if you can't have kids, if you're a woman. You know what I'm saying? It could be anything. I'm just saying, like, some of those things, I feel like you're taking the positives with that, and this is operating in your rainbow energy. Okay, you're taking those positives and you're able to love. This is giving unconditional love. I don't have to be in love with you, but I love you. I love you because X, Y, and Z, but I'm not in love with you. You could also be teeter-tottering here too, because you do have the root chakra, 35. Okay, infinite possibilities. You could have been thinking about infinite types of things as far as, you know, maybe you were just thinking of looking at someone as just, you know, a one-nighter, or just, you know, that side of you does want to come out. Like you want to just, ooh, this person looks so good, I want to make love to them. You know what I mean? Like it could have, you know, had you in a tizzy, right? You know, I feel like you had to operate in your lower octave in order to tap into those experiences that you needed to actually see. And then until as you started working on yourself and you started healing and you started unprogramming and reprogramming, you start to see certain things. So this could have left you really tied up. 23 equals changes. So major shifts. Okay, this is a dark energy too. She has like spikes all around her. So it's like you could have gotten pinched. You could have gotten, I'm saying like literally like AKA hurt, you know, AKA stung, like literally like shocked with hearing information, or people doing some shady shit to you or some dark shit to you. Like it took you to operate in that low frequency, and you went in and went into certain situations you knew you shouldn't have been, but it played out for a reason. Everything happens for a reason, right? To go into these experiences, you have to go into all these experiences and you had to experience them. And then what does this look like? It's like you're in this tornado of shit. So I'm seeing like people doing you dirty, or you seeing the real side to other people. You not being able to stay grounded and focused within your own energy. And so you getting wrapped up in all this crap, right? You're getting wrapped up in everything. Like, this could be people that really aren't good for you, people that could be using you for your time and energy. Like I said, people can look at you for a piece of meat, whatever skills or knowledge you have, people just using you and abusing you. And you're just like, and maybe even things all around you that were happening too. If you notice a lot of chaos happening around you, but you thought you were good, and really then this actually ended up playing out in your life. Like now you're dodging and ducking bullets and, you know, situations, and you were like in the war zone, you know. But that needed to happen in order to figure out who are the people that actually care about me and fuck with me, carrying connections. 14 equals 5. So that was a shift in seeing who really had your back, who really like loved you, or who really cared for you, or who really wants to see you succeed. Like, it took you to go through all of that to really see the real value, the real face value of the people that were in your life. Now you can be like, oh, they just wanted to fuck. Oh, I can see them as a longtime friend. Oh, we can definitely be business partners. Oh, okay, I can have that family member next to my back, and I can let them know what's going on because they got my back too. You know, yeah, that family member, yeah, I don't need to be telling them anything I got going on because they're just gonna look at me as negative. It's like, you know what I mean? Oh, that friend, yeah, it's not really a friend like I thought it was. So that's an acquaintance. It's like now you can categorize, and now you can come into walking into what are these caring connections. People that actually know you, like you, trust you, and it's reciprocated. So that's what shifted for you. So you're really starting to elevate and see these things play out right now, okay? It's also really good for you because of what you're about to walk into. Watch the outcome card be something crazy. Give me an outcome card for Cancer. Journey. Because I was just going to say it. You guys, sometimes I really don't need these cards. You're about to walk into your new journey, a new phase. 2 equals you. Look at her. On the bridge, bags packed, ready to roll, everything. On this new journey, you're going to need to eliminate the snakes. The people that don't have your best interest at heart. Because guess what? This new journey that you're about to embark on, Cancer, you're going to have all kinds of people coming towards you, coming after you, either wanting your life, wanting to be in your life, wanting to play some kind of part. It's like kind of the energy. I hope that you were a person that you knew and you've seen all this. And so in your stages of like getting it out the mud, I hope you were like, do not come back to me and give me my flowers now, not when I'm up on stage. I hope you were already telling people this because this is what's about to come. Like if people can't, you know, accept you for your, you know, who you are and everything that you bring, and they only like pieces of you, that ain't it. That ain't it. So this is why it's so important at this time with this journey that you're on and a new path that you're about to embark on, because you don't know what's going to happen. Look at all these signs. You don't know which way you're about to go, which way you're about to turn, but you just know there's light there. There's light energy there. Okay? It's all fun. It's like all your manifestations. It's everything good that's coming towards you. You don't know which way you're going. You feel the light. See how she sees the light around it? You feel the light energy. You're going towards it. That's what you're doing. There's so many different places you're going to go, travel, everything. You're ready for it. But everything's going to happen so fast. Make sure you stay grounded and that you're putting energy and time into the people that are actually giving you your flowers now. The people that have been giving you your flowers, and there still are, because there's going to be some fakes and some phonies. Pay attention to the people that have your back. See how he's holding her? Because there's going to be a lot of fake and phonies, and are you going to have the time to decipher, right? So as long as you stay grounded, you know, celebrate your wins, but really pay attention, okay? Because it's about to get crazy. Lots of 5s on the board, though, too, here, okay? But I see abundance because you have the 8. So you had to end some things. So, you know, this is why a man holding a heart. So this looks like, you know, maybe embarking on this new journey, whether this is saving yourself, saving your heart for a new love, a one that matches your vibe, right? And one that gets you and all that stuff, like really like holding that dear to you. You know, maybe just being single for now and embarking on this journey of learning and healing as you're thriving at this time and everything's coming to you. You know, it's totally up to you. Or maybe it is like holding space and, you know, loving people unconditionally, loving yourself, you know, nurturing those connections right now when you have the time, right? So that you can have the space and the energy to carry out on your journey and your endeavors as well. And it's like kind of like you can talk to someone for like a week and you guys can pick up where you left off. That's the people that you need around. Okay. But also too, you need the ones that are like in there too, as long as you let them in. But you catch my drift, right? So also too, you know, this man holding a heart. So this also kind of looks like, you know, like I said earlier, like you can love a lot of people. You can operate out of love because you love yourself, right? But you need to, you know, let's say you do have a connection. Like maybe just solely focus on that, you know, and growing that and making sure that's Gucci, because you need to tell them, hey, I appreciate you and I love you for being there for me right now. Like if you're in a relationship. But just so you know, I'm about to go on this journey and it's going to take me all kinds of places. It's going to be a lot of traveling, a lot of more people involved. Like people are going to know my name. So I need you to be okay with that. It's also having a conversation with your companions and loved ones too. I don't care if this is family, you've got kids, a partner, you know what I'm saying? Your friends, like, I mean, it's up to you who you tell, but that's what that's looking like right now. Let's make room here. Love that for you, Cancer. Big things popping, little things stopping. I don't know why. I just did that. Okay, we're gonna utilize our destiny cards here. Sacred Destiny. Yes. Yeah, because you're gonna be busy. What do we have for Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus? 111. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. What is? Give me a solution. Give me one card for solution. Inner peace. I just said this earlier. This is that water energy. Like I said, if you need space, let people know so that you can get your inner peace. Because Cancer, when you, especially if you're a heavy water sign, when you indulge yourself in so many different activities and so many different things, you need to allow yourself the space to recharge and reset, right? So if you're dabbling into all these things, it can be so exciting and good things, you know, like life is looking great, but you still got to take time. Like, for example, what can this look like? If you're a person that's been ripping and running all week, and then all of a sudden one day you're like sitting in your bed and you're like, I have nothing to do tomorrow. And then you actually sleep in, you're like, damn, when's the last time I actually like slept in and not did shit? You're going to realize it. It's going to hit you like a ton of bricks. So same energy with finding your inner peace. Look at the two fish here. There could be a Pisces that can give you inner peace, like Pisces energy. Maybe you correlate with that, like someone that just really takes you to another level. But also to inner peace within yourself, like diving deep. Like you see how they're going down deep, right? So this looks like finding ways to go deep within your soul and really figure out, start removing the things that are just chaotic, start removing the things that are just problematic, you know, and really tap in to find out what gives you peace, okay? Because there is the other side of you too. And this could be kind of like, if you think of it, Cancer energy too, because of the symbol, or it could be Pisces, either or, but you know, you have that other side to you too, Cancer. You know what I'm saying? So you have to make sure your shadow is at peace as well as who you are, right? So finding that nice balance, knowing when to pop out, you know, when you need to pop out. And then knowing, you know what I'm saying? Like just having a nice balance with your divine feminine, divine masculine energies, okay? So that's a solution for you here. And then also, what is something that you need to nurture and promote for Cancer? Are we taking it? Is it falling? Promote patience. Nurture patience. So there could be something in your life right now that you can notice that maybe you're lacking or you don't have it right now. Hold on. Oh shit. Did I do that right? There could be something right now that you could be lacking or you don't have, right? And there's something that you could really want. You're working towards it, but it's still a sore thumb or it's like you don't have it right now. Now, whether this is love, whether this is a relationship, whether this is a nice, consistent flow of income, it could be anything right now. Happiness within family dynamics. It could, whatever that is for you. It's all about you right now. You need to nurture and practice patience and be patient with yourself, and also let people know to be patient with you. What does this look like? Well, within conversation, maybe you're a person that likes to think about the things that you say before you respond, you know, or someone's texting you, or someone's really just expecting you to act right away. You need to promote and tell them, hey, it just takes me a little minute. I want to sit with this energy. I want to meditate on it. I want to think about it before I give you an answer. Let me go back to the drawing board and really make a sound decision, and then I'll let you know when I'm ready. No matter what it is, you need to tell people this is how you operate, because then what's going to happen is you're going to say things out the side of your neck that you probably didn't want to say, or you're going to be, what's the word that I'm looking for? I tweeted this too. It's like that Aries energy where you just act without thinking. Fuck. It's going to bother me. Impulsive. Thank you. You don't want to be in an impulsive energy. You want to take your time and think about it. So tell other people too, like, you take your time with stuff. You don't just, you know what I'm saying? Like, let them know what's up if they don't know you, of course. Okay, what's something that needs to be resolved? What quality do you hold? Taking risks. Okay, you need to allow yourself to take risks. Now, I'm not saying just don't be so methodical. Don't be trying to control what you think an outcome is going to be. Really, it's time for you to be free and get out there. This is that fire energy. This is looking ambitious. This is like, you don't want to act first and think later, but you don't want to think too deep into something to where you talk yourself out of it, if that makes sense. This is like having the confidence to go out there, because you're going to be walking in rooms and going to places where your name's already been on it, and you're just going to be doing it. Whether this is gaining new connections or whether this is gaining new money-making opportunities for your financial forecast, whatever this looks like a good thing, like, you need to just take the risk and see what happens for you. Now, make sure that you're in a grand energy and you're not acting out of emotion, right? You want to make sure you're being logical about the decisions that you're making when you're taking these risks as well. I'm not just going to say oh yeah, jump off a cliff. No, you know what I'm saying. Okay. What do you need to work on? What does Cancer need to work on? Two things. Voyage and solitude. What did I say earlier? This is just confirmation, Cancer. You need to practice with being in your own energy and being alone. I'm talking solitude, like no vices, no nothing, just kind of like, well, you can do vices if you're someone that's operating in the higher octave, but if you're not, that's going to drown you even deeper. But in the moments that you are, you need to like just be alone, be with nature, listen to music, you know, sit with yourself. And you don't always need people around you, okay? Especially if you have people that you live with, you have a roommate or you have kids, like you need to practice like, you know, being to yourself. Also too, this can look like, well, you got places to go, so you might need to operate in a single energy right now. I'm not saying to block your heart chakra or stop loving. You can still love people, but it does take time to get to know people, right? So this gives you time to do what you got to do. And if they can even handle you at your busiest or when you got a lot going on right now, and you guys still get along and you're still talking and kicking it and hanging out. Wait till your life kind of slows down and you're able to reap the rewards and just, be in the fruits of those labors that you put blood, sweat, and tears into, and that person's still there when your life kind of takes a toll where you can relax and vacation and stuff like that, and they're still there and y'all are good, boom. But right now you're going on a voyage, right? You're going places, you're doing things. So maybe like no attachments, maybe not attaching yourself to someone right now or adding another energy on your plate right now would be something for you to work on, okay? What do you need to heal? Simplicity. Cancer, I feel like you can do a lot of things in a way where it can be very like intrinsic or kind of all over the place. It's kind of like just simplifying your life would make it so much better. Like making sure things that you do, even people that come in, just making things a lot more simple than they need to be, because you can kind of overcomplicate some things sometimes, or you can kind of make people go down a rabbit hole with trying to figure out what it is you're thinking, what it is you're doing, what it is you're saying. Just make it simple, plain and simple. You don't need to make people go on a rabbit hole. A lot of people don't have, a little, globe and they can tell your fortune, okay? It's like, just let them know what's up and how you're moving, checking, and driving, okay? Just bring on the simplicity, all right? What's the message for Cancer? What is the message for Cancer here? What is the message for Cancer? Ooh, Cancer, you've got miracles. Okay, a lot of things are going to start happening. A lot of things are going to start coming to you. I'm so excited for you. This is operating in the rainbow energy. You got rainbow twice. Okay. Wow. This is very beautiful. I really like this. This is like having the things that you never thought could happen are happening to you. So you could have been watching somebody else's life. I don't care. Let's say it's like a celebrity or something. You've been seeing, how certain mentors, somebody that you've been looking up to, how they lived their life, it's actually playing out in your life. So this can feel like a miracle to you. Like, this is like, oh my God, I didn't think this would ever happen, but it's happening. It's like you knew it would happen, but you didn't know when, or you didn't know how soon or how fast. Like, it's happening now. So certain things that happen to you, like, I don't know, maybe 1 month you didn't have to pay your rent, or like you got a fat loan amount, or somebody just did an all expense pay for you for a week. It's like all these things are happening to you and they feel like miracles, but really it's everything that you deserve, baby. So you guys, thank you so much for staying tuned in, tapped and turned on. That is your spread for water signs. Please make sure to check out. We have Fire Tuesday, Wednesday's Earth, and Thursday's Air, and I will see you on the